So welcome to my course, Working with WebSockets in Go. And there's a number of things we're going to be doing in this course, and they're all pretty interesting. But we have to start with the question, what are WebSockets and why should we use them? Well, WebSockets are a means of communicating between two programs. And sockets are actually something that have been in use on computers forever. And WebSockets aren't quite like sockets, but they behave like them. And what they do is they allow us to make extremely interactive, extremely responsive, and very fast web applications. So WebSockets actually support what's known as full duplex communication. That means you can push information both ways, from a web client, like a web browser, to a web server, and back. And you can do so very, very quickly, and it doesn't actually require any user interaction. So if something takes place and your server, your web application actually detects that something interesting has taken place and people should be notified, you can actually push information to the connected clients, to the web browsers, and have something take place without the user having to click on a button or enter a text in a form or anything like that. And WebSockets listen on standard ports, which is important because it doesn't require a lot of configuration on the server to make them useful. And when a connection is made to a WebSocket, it's actually upgraded to a WebSocket connection. So we have to figure out how to do that. And WebSockets actually have very, very wide browser support. You have to go back more than 10 or 15 years to find browsers that don't support them. So there's absolutely no reason not to use them in a modern web application. Now we'll be doing this using Go for this server, Golang it's often called. And WebSockets are actually built into the standard library, and we could just use those if we wanted to. But there are a number of third-party packages that make working with them ever so much easier. We'll be starting with Gorilla WebSockets because it's extremely easy to learn and very, very stable. But there are others, like the ones listed here, and many more. And I'll put links to these on the course resources for this lecture. So we're going to start with Gorilla. And in the first major project in this course, we'll build a chat application that helps us to get our feet wet and learn how WebSockets work. And then we'll move on to using the pusher library and using, again, a Go backend. And we'll build a fully functional, extremely robust web monitoring application that allows us to monitor remote hosts, like web servers and SSL certificates and things like that, and to notify users in real time when the status of anything we're monitoring changes. So let's get started.